So hi, we have Parth here with us today. And so Parth, tell me, when did you decide to go for law as a career?
Oh, okay. So when I was in class 7, I decided to pursue law. And although I've answered this question a lot of time and I don't find any appropriate reason for this, but when I was in my school days, I was good in debating and I always felt that I can be a lawyer. I always had a point to make in any discussion I entered. So I was quite inclined that I wanted to become a lawyer, and I also happened to see some people in my family who were lawyers and they were given extra weightage compared to others. And so I decided that I'll pursue law in my life.
Okay. So if I remember correctly, you came here when you were in your class 10th. You just about to complete your class 10th and you joined a 2-year program here.
Yeah. As I
Okay.
told you, I was determined about
Correct.
pursuing law in my career. So when I was in class 10th, the first thing I did that I came to CL. Then I decided to join CL, and I guess that was a good decision in my life. CL actually helped me to constantly be involved in what I am actually trying to pursue. And secondly, the most important thing which I gained here is about the reading habit, which is actually the most important thing for lawyers and for law students. I feel that reading habit is the key, which actually was actually inculcated in me by the CL faculties here.
Give some youngsters a preparation tip, like kind of.
Although
Yeah.
I know that CL is the best
Yeah.
person to ask this question. Although it's not a person, but it's the best. It's the best.
Yeah,
to
it's
ask
the best
this
place to
question.
get the
Yeah.
query sorted.
And Singhania sir also.
Yeah.
Like you should ask this question to Singhania sir.
Tell us from your experience, how did you go about your preparation, because you had to manage both your 12 standard studies and along with it prepare for CLAT. This is one challenging aspect for many of our students here.
So what I feel is that one should be very periodic in its preparations. Like apart from you when simultaneously you are dealing a class 12th pressure and also pressure to enter into national law schools or any other law schools, you need to be periodic. I don't find it much difficult. Although the world is getting more competitive every day, but I feel that one has to be periodic and has to keep on reading so that he can develop his English skills, because I feel that is the most important thing. And simultaneously, whatever is told by CL faculties and whatever has been guided by them, if you follow them as a gospel truth, that I feel is most important. Like because how to study and what to study is obviously provided here. You just need to follow them, and periodically you need to work on these.
So
things.
time management, you're saying, is the key. So you have to manage your time, allocate correctly, do analysis.
Exactly.
Right.
So one has to follow a routine. Basically, I followed a routine, and I suggest that one should follow a routine, that how to study and how to divide your time and how to give weightage to which subject. So these all things I know. Right now I am 5 years old because I have completed my college, and now things have changed. I'm not much updated about CLAT. So, but I feel that a institute like CL, where every day people are facing new challenges and they're seeing different types of students. So what a student requires for these exams, I guess CL is the best place to get all these answers.
So after your exams, you finally decided to go and join Symbiosis Noida.
Yeah.
So tell us something about that experience. How was it?
Symbiosis Noida, my college is absolutely, I feel that I have gained a lot of things from my college. Most importantly, my college, there's only one quality in my college which other colleges does not have, that they provide us a lot of free time to do internships. That I feel is the best part about Symbiosis Noida. And exams were out. Actually, I was quite confused between SLS Noida and also I was getting some national law schools. They were not top national law schools, but I was getting some national law schools.
Okay.
And so I was in a big dilemma, and I came and discussed about everything to the faculties at CL-LST Patna and Singhania sir. He stood up there and he said that you should go to SLS Noida, being the fact that SLS Noida is in Delhi and you'll get a lot of exposures studying in Delhi. And he was absolutely correct. And I interned in tier 1 firms, all the tier 1 firms in Delhi. So I happened to intern with all of them, and so this was actually good. And so fortunately, after interning with lot of law firms and getting hands-on experience, and I also wanted to pursue litigation and also arbitration. So I was fortunate enough to get Luthra and Luthra. So I'm happy with my placement. One more thing about Luthra is that I like the work culture of Luthra, and I was fortunate enough to get a call from the founding partner, Mr. Rajiv Luthra, and he even asked me about who is the second Luthra in Luthra and Luthra. And I was really amazed and surprised, and I was totally confused because I had no answer. And I said, "Sir, I don't remember." And interestingly, he is only the Luthra in Luthra and Luthra, and he said that I am the second Luthra also. And he said that he founded the firm in 1990, and everything happened well. So I'm very happy with my job, and I'm very happy with the position that Luthra has offered me. And also I feel I'm very fortunate to get a job at Luthra and Luthra. So everything went well. I started actually my things begin with the CL Patna, Carry Patna. So I owe gratitude towards them. So of mooting, I told you that I participate in a lot of moot court competitions, and that has been an edge in my college life. I started from Kalinga Law School, and then I ended doing Stetson in my college life. So I feel that mooting has also helped me a lot in developing argumentative skills and drafting skills, and also these things have been acknowledged by law firms also, and therefore I became fortunate to get Luthra.
Alright.
Got Best Advocate Award once.
Okay.
In terms of being a best speaker among 150 students.
Wow, that's great.
So all these things have been good. So till the time I joined college, Carry Launcher Patna has been my guide, and after getting into a law firm also, still today I'm here. I came to meet sir and I wanted to share my feeling and thoughts, so I just happened to share it.
This is amazing. And any advice you would like to give to the young students, aspirants who are looking for
I would
law as a career?
I would tell them that if they want to do law and they want to become a lawyer, they need to be well versed in English. They need to understand that right now what is required is quality, and quality, you cannot develop quality in one day. So I guess that from a very nascent stage they should develop this reading habits, so that in future also these reading habits would help them. So once they start developing this reading habits, they would also become knowledge. They will also gain knowledge, and that will also help them. Because once you read, you also gain knowledge simultaneously, and what is required in law is reading and reading. So
You are a student for life. Yeah.
A student for life. So
Yeah.
it's better that you actually attain the best required skill for this profession, and that is reading. Then I still want to say that if you don't have a reading habit, and if you're not well versed in English, it's not the correct profession for you. And if you're not good, you need to actually become good. And speaking abilities, actually, it's very difficult right now because a student who is actually preparing for exams does not get an opportunity to develop its speaking habits, but reading habits can be developed. And
Right.
once you join a law school, obviously your speaking habits would develop. I guess people would have noticed that how I used to communicate, and
Yeah.
things have improved because
Yeah.
I've spent 5 years in a law college and I've participated in a lot of competitions. So these things actually add up. So I would one has to be sincere and one has to be good.
Yeah.
That is what is required.
So thank you so much, Parth, for this brief chat, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you.